practicing his gyrocopter. So there's probably a good reason that VP considered this a gyro game. I'm looking forward to seeing if they can pull it off. This is a hero we haven't really seen have much success without IO in the last months.
Well, let's get our bearings through our lanes before we begin all of this. MSS will be the next assassin, heading towards the off lane for the moment. Snaking will be the Nature's Prophet. Early Blightstones are all about harassment, and he'll be trying to harass Pasha out of that top lane. No one does have the gyrocopter for mid. SVG's roaming on his Undying, while Solo's heading down towards the bottom lane. He'll be with Roger and Ramsey, so at the moment, the aggressive try. This is normally just so you can contest the runes anyway. And that leaves Yawa as the Necrophos on the bottom lane. And that's pretty much everyone. Easy.
30 seconds to battle.
Beautiful.
It's chat wheel.
Like, I wonder how many people this year are happy to see it go at the end of TI. It's like, oh, can I have my chat wheel? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. MSS is going a long way up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to check, like, if VP or...
He's trying to get a read on the laning. And he is going to end up dropping a sentry to block the pull.
Yeah,
obviously,
Pasha's up on top.
This is a good way of counteracting Nature's Prophet, is to pull waves when it's possible and just distort the equilibrium so Nature's Prophet can't just control the lane as he wants by just denying and holding the wave back. This way you can at least try to manipulate it. But it seems like, yeah, it is going to just be a Pasha Tiny that faces this Nature's Prophet. And I think VP are pretty happy with this laning overall, to be honest.
Yeah. We'll see how the CS reflects it. There's no real winners in the mid block. And the Necro and the Undying on the safe lane is going to be pretty difficult to really get on top of for Ramses and Roger. And, well, it's not stopping Roger. Wants to come in and start being that full channel nuke harassment into the Necrophos. He's brought 6 tangos to try and deal with this, however.
Roger has 8 tangos on a flask. On position 4 Willow. He is ready.
Ready to fight.
He's ready for this lane to be a bloodbath.
That's efficiency tangos. As long as Undying keeps popping decay on him, that's efficiency tangos. Get a stick, even better.
Yeah.
Pasha seems like how are you meant to say in this lane when you got a Blightstone Nature's Prophet against a 0 armor Tiny? This doesn't seem like a fun place to be.
It's a tough lane, for sure. Oracle doesn't offer much help to begin with, but when they get level 3, their spell combo is extremely potent. They can definitely kill together by just combining their spells. Even a full HP Prophet will die to Avatos and then 2 Purifying Flames with a Fortune's End, so see how that goes down. So far so good. Top though for VG.J Storm, they're definitely winning that lane with Nature's Prophet. And bottom lane, Ramses is actually dropping really low too. Oh, nice double stun top. You like it, camera?
Yeah, you're making me jump, man. You're making me jump.
Oh, bottom lane, bottom.
Damn you, Send. He's now playing with me.
Mid, actually mid.
I'm watching it, man. Resolution's killing off no one. God, the cock of the world. Thanks, Send.
You're welcome. Nice solo kill there from Rezo. Got him caught off at the top side with a big creep wave.
Roger
so had a huge
wants to work with Ramses, going after the Necrophos, and he's just amping up the damage, waits for the Ghost Shroud to dissipate. Even with a bug on him, they can't find the kill just yet. As SVG will punch Roger out of the lane.
This is a really big win mid for Rezo, by the way. Getting this level 1 kill, or rather first blood kill, at I think Rezo was level 3 and no one was level 2, and he just chased him down with his spells on the cliff. And he had a creep wave advantage. Look at the net worth between them. It's a full 300 early on, and that means he gets his 2nd Wraith Band, so now the damage favors him once again in this laning stage, and he will be going Aquila.
Donkeys are about to die.
Oh, that's big.
Roger cuts through.
That is big.
Radiant's
No way to fortify. It did do his delivery into the mid lane before it, but just before the 3-minute mark, it drops.
Now the lane is kind of evened out again. Courier snipe is very important for this mid lane. It was ground courier, so the respawn will be coming in earlier, but
Resolution gives him his thanks. Ramsey has to be a little careful when he's got 12 decay hits. It's 380 life he's playing around with at the moment. They'll get rid of the bug off the back of SVG, and with the Bramble Mage down, it won't matter. Ramsey just repositions. That's still so much life to go through. He's got 380 himself. SVG could just tank everything. And then allow Necro just to run back up the lane, force him back out again. Solo will die up on top lane. That never-ending harassment of snaking just coming to fruition. He body blocks with the treants. He's just left and right. Pasha decides to turn around, try and fight with his avalanche toss combination. Snaking has the life because he has the stick charges, but Pasha will walk it off. And with the
teleport, canceling it. He wanted to look for no one.
No, they just don't stop on this bottom lane either. No one was dropping down low. It's the spark wraiths that no one was fighting into. He went underneath the tier 1 tower in mid.
Top 3 net worths currently are sitting on VG.J Storm, and it's just these laning matchups that they have. This bottom lane is pretty volatile, honestly, with this Undying Necro against the Willow Weaver. When Weaver starts getting a couple more levels, it can get very scary, but for now, they're holding their own with the Necro and getting that economic advantage. The top lane, I would very clearly just favor VG.J Storm based on matchup. They don't have the solution for the Nature's Prophet in this lane just yet. Tiny is okay, but he will still be losing with the Nyx involvement. And the mid lane, I don't know. This is a matchup that I feel like I've never seen in my life, so I'm not quite sure what to expect. I feel like on paper, it's a slightly ARC-favored matchup. But
right now, as far as the net worth goes, there's a little bit that separates them. It's 300 net worth in favor of Resolution. Not much more than that. Bounty runes being gathered up. Virtus Pro will end up claiming 3 of them. There was some kind of contest for bottom. It was Roger, the Soul Rip, and the Decay. 8 HP he drops down to with the stick charge on cooldown. But he barely survives. Meanwhile, up on top, Pasha will miss the hit. Spike Carapace returns a little bit of damage into Solo, and that's what Snaking and MSS try and capitalize on. Snaking knows he can't sit around for too long. MSS is giving him the heals, and Pasha just cannot get the kill. They'll trap him up. He'll cut free. That's with the Quelling Blades. No regeneration from this. While on bottom lane, again, Ramses battling into SVG. They're going again on top? Yeah, they are. Start with the nuke, a little bit of heal comes in, but with the avalanche and the secondary nuke from Solo, Pasha's able to get the kill.
Straight back the other way. He needed that one. He definitely needed that kill. It's going to help him a lot. Hearing a call on mid?
Yeah, they are. Need to make a couple of clones as just Resolution tries to hold the ground. They have the control available, and now extra help. Snaking able to get the trap onto no one. So Resolution's clone may finish the work that the original could not. And another spark wraith, Roger. He won't go down to this.
And even though it's the clone getting the kill, the XP is not going to waste. Snaking TPing in gets all the XP. He is level 6, minute 6 on this Nature's Prophet. Might see him use Wrath. He will.
Yeah, he will. Solo's trying to protect himself for the moment, so Wrath of Nature can bounce through. Actually doesn't even reach him, and then he gets a regeneration rune. Sure, okay.
Nice. How convenient.
Bottom lane, Ramses as well as Necro going ham. SVG will arrive, gives the extra soul rip. Ramses down low, they pop the tombstone, but Ramses under the cover of Invis, they just want the information in the tree line. But Ramses has to wait out of range of the tombstone so he can Shikuchi away again. Decay's back off cooldown, it's gonna miss the target. If that hit with the death pulse, it could have been potentially the kill under Ramses. Although now they just turn it around, no one will arrive with flat cannon on Necrophos. Just go Shroud, put the missile. No one's so quick on it, taunts his way to victory, and then you've got the Bramble down once more. Undying just can't run out of this. Forced to stay in his crown, the cursed crown. This is Death Crown. And then mid's been taken in the meantime.
Yeah, this is the kind of rotation that's really expensive when your mid laner goes for this kind of move and there's a Nature's Prophet in the enemy team. VG.J Storm very quick to identify that they can just grab a full tower mid. I don't know if I would say that's worth it for no one in the end when he loses his tower like that.
Wait for it.
Got him. Give it to Solo, I guess.
I don't think that was a choice.
Better safe than sorry.
And then they had it with a tree toss as well. Spike was gone. He was dead to rights. Resolution's going to move towards the top lane now.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They burned a raindrop that way, though.
True.
It's nice value. Oh, Pasha.
Yeah.
He's out.
SVG's nearby. They have no stuns available to stop him.
Now that's a good chat, really.
Top tower is under attack.
Nice double damage room for no one if he wants to get involved in something. He doesn't have enough life at the moment. The Courier needs to go back to base and bring out his phase boots and every other consumable he's been waiting for.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
And they got all the defense in the world up on the top lane. No one's going to fight it. Spark rates on both the choke point and the trees. So they knew that no one from Virtus Pro was coming to defend it. even the Observer War, they aggressively got down, seeing no one's farm pattern.
Solo.
And then they just turn in towards Solo, realizing no one's really nearby to help out, but he won't come down the ramp. Just VG.J Storm. This game feels a lot more crisper from them than the first one.
Yeah, they have some more tools to work with in this early game. They didn't get bullied as hard on their lanes, and it's showing. The Nature's Prophet especially is having a really big impact on this game. Snaking won his lane, went mid, got kill, got tower. And now he got another kill. So, he's on the money so far.
Oh, he's moving to bottom lane. Another tower to claim. Roger. Looking to do a high amount of damage into the Necrophos, but that takes away his escape mechanism with the Reaper's Sight coming down. Roger gets popped, and he just wanted to stun up SVG as well. Walking in that close with the Curse Crown.
Like Dire fortified
Doesn't
their
really mean
structures.
much at the end of the day. Fortification will delay the push on bottom.
This tower shouldn't fall this time around. Tiny is pretty good for situations like these with just Avalanche just getting one ranged hit on these creeps to pull them away from the tower. And Solo is here to try to clean up the tombstone. No, one more hit to go. Didn't get it.
Missed it. But
that sucks.
10-minute bounty runes, you can take that instead.
Yep.
But Prophet's already starting his TP over. Ramsey's just waiting, but you see where Nature's Prophet's going, so he's going to take it from him. They'll lose both the runes on bottom, and well, with a quick time lapse out, MSS doesn't find the target he wants, but Resolution's here too. Puts down the Spark Wraith, which will latch. No, it will not attach itself to Ramsey's. He gets away from 4 of the VG.J Storm heroes.
Very smooth from VG there, though, to get those 2 runes. The way they did that, they forced Ramses away from the first one, and they stole the second one with the Nature's Prophet, and he didn't even die for it. Just got away with the Sprout. Very nicely done.
This Resolution clone's been such a pain in the butt. And then it times out so they don't even get anything for it. Snaking begins his TP scroll. Ramses knows there's no kill here. And they go again on the bottom. SVG underneath the tower would love to turn around and try and fight. Bedlam actually being popped from Roger. But with Resolution arriving on the bottom lane, Pasha has no other choice. He TP's all the way to home.
Wonder how many times he's going to say that this game until he gets stunned by Nyx.
Well, look at that.
There's absolutely no other lockdown than Nyx's stuns. Well, Reaper.
Snaky really does not want to wait for this. They have no tombstone yet. They're willing to push. The Sentry Ward, MSS will be seen here.
Dire's
Okay,
bottom
Solo attacks him
tower
as
is
well,
under
so
attack.
MSS knows he's seen from the hillside. If they drop a Sentry, they won't find the Observer, however. I don't know if that attack was on purpose. Snaky walking into the bramble, that was probably not as much on purpose. Nature's Prophet stunned up, no one finishes the job with the homing missiles. Continues his run because he wants more. And here comes the Terror Rise.
Well, what do you know? So apparently Snaking lagged, but he's already dead. Not sure who lagged.
Yeah, could have been somebody else. Oh, watch the Terrorize. There's more support coming in from the north. As they keep the run going into the call down, Resolution gets a little bit more distance. Now spawns up the clone. We're going to go bubble boy as Nyx Assassin with the Spike Carapace into the back lines, trying to get Oracle, but he takes 0 damage.
Reaper.
That's very ineffective if ever I've seen an ability. 3 heroes gone for VG.J Storm. Resolution's clone will finally die. The sun's up, but what do you get in return? Oracle dies. Yay for this, but you lose so much here. Another Bramble down. Double stuns for Roger. And they just keep going. No one turns on the flank hand, tries to get rid of both Snaking as well as his army, and he'll be successful in both. Does this feel like a chain feed? Are we playing Pub Dota right now? The Undying Tombstone gets mopped up very, very quickly. MSS just wants no one. Screw everything else. This is where the battle really is. MSS is
Not getting him.
Not getting anything. In fact, he walks the opposite direction around. Back at the battle is Roger going down. They'll turn around for a bit of a fight. MSS has now come back into the engagement. They've got more help. MSS turns on the Spike Carapace, looking for the stun return. Won't happen. And had no mana left for the stun.
This is reminding me of classic CIS Dota. Like, what actually just happened? That was like... kills.
Kills?
So many kills. Dude, that was a fight minute 12 where there was 12,000 damage done. Do the math. How many heroes with that much health? VP did 12,000 damage. Oh, well, okay, 11.3. Like, come on. I don't know what was even happening in that fight. That was such a mess. So I think that one of the big problems in that is
Oh, here you go.
Let's
Have
watch
a look.
the whole thing again.
Yeah. What
So
a mess.
keep an eye on Yawar. Keep an eye on Yawar. So he wants to Reaper solo and Dagon him, but solo
Radiant
anticipates
structures
it
are
and pre-fates
fortified.
edicts. That was super clutch from him,
Radiant's bottom
seeing the
tower is under
Necrophos
attack.
coming in. That means it's a completely wasted Reaper. He's going to end up Dagoning him to death here in the end, but like the... Oh, did he just get it on the courier there? He actually just got on the courier, so the Reaper made no sense at all. Okay, that's really strange to me. I'm not sure. Maybe there was some miscommunication or something. They were trying to get the kill together, but fight still going. Lots of kills. Undying comes back. Furion just TP'd into his death. He TP'd in 1 on 4.
Yeah.
Nyx was not ready. Now he's going to Vendetta, start running, but the slow is not there on no one. That was, okay.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff, man.
And then the stupid run to the north. MSS is on the hunt once more. He's coming up with Yawar. And they're also TPing in more friends. So when that entire replay was happening for like the 1 minute, everyone else just went back to lanes and farmed. Said, all right, guys, let's get a breath. I don't think we need to keep up that level of pace. VP are going to smoke up. And oh, hello. We just found ourselves a kill. Into the Bramble. He's got 14-1 chance available, even with the Ghost Trap. That just amplifies the damage. Roger never even got to use his Bedlam. Or his...
I have a feeling that Yawar is regretting buying Dagon in this game. It even made my voice crack. That's what I feel about it. Doesn't this look like a hood game to you? You're playing against Tiny, you're playing against Willow, you're playing against Gyro.
It does seem that
and
way.
Oracle. I'm not quite sure. Like maybe they're experimenting with something. They know they have first place, and they're just goofing around, having some fun, and trying some builds. But I still feel like they're trying. You know, they're playing to win. They're playing their best. But maybe there's an approach here that I'm not seeing. Maybe they feel like they actually can't burst heroes without this Dagon and Necro. That is a valid concern. When you look at their heroes, their damage is actually very underwhelming until Arc Warden is found. So maybe that's what it is.
Come at me, no one.
See you, Snaking.
MSS was waiting for it. Yes, Snaking will die on the bottom. No one's able just to walk away. Now we're baiting him on the runes. Well, that's an easy way to get your mana back, Pasha. Double bounties. And Ramses will add the pressure on bottom. Now he's finished up the Maelstrom. His push power's a little bit better. SVG walks into Roger and Solo. Remember, we are still during nighttime, 30 seconds until the daytime, and Arc Warden, he's got the homing missile on his tail. They'll put down the Bramble, and he just puts the clone, and that's with the scythe. It's actually just trying to, delay a little bit longer, and Solo does get dropped. That happens. Terrorized. Just sends everyone away. Snaking turns around looking for the fight, cleans out the tree lines. They see Roger, and Roger just has to go into the Shadow Realm. Try and get out of here. Won't happen. Doesn't have a TP scroll, and they're tipping him while he's actually dying. Thanks, Pasha.
What a godlike terrorize that was. Oh my god. No one survived on like 10 health because of that terrorize. There was one last Spark Wraith that connected on him, but it didn't deal enough damage, and Roger just saving his big carry there. A really big save. He does end up losing his life for it, but well worth it to get no one back to safety. And they, what kills did they get? They got the Rezo kill, right? So it's actually a 1 for 2 for 2? 2 for 2 kind of, because there was a niche I mean,
Rezo, Solo,
so
and
many
Roger.
kills all the time.
Yeah. Rezo, Solo, Roger. They were the 3.
Yeah. So 2 supports for the Rezo kill. I think they're fine with that.
Those cracks in Dire's top tower.
It's not the biggest swing at all.
They're turning it into a push. Roger and no one aren't going to accept this, however. No one's got flat catted. He can get rid of the entire push. Even waits for the next creep wave to arrive. So he's got all the Treants, and they're chasing down, but then again, avalanche toss. MSS gets deleted underneath the Sentry Ward, and again, this Bramble catching out VG.J Storm 1 by 1. Ramses Shikuchi's forward, and he gets the bug on the back of SVG. Underneath the tower, Ramses is very happy to take the hits because it means that bug stays longer for Pasha to not capitalize and take the kill. It'll belong to Ramses.
Yeah, VP are just taking full advantage of their lineup. Just honestly, just flat out being stronger right now. They can play this fast. All their heroes are online. All their heroes want to fight. This is classic VP style Dota. And VG.J Storm is taking the fight to them because they went for a combat build on Arc Warden with the Blade Mill rush and the Dagon rush on Necro. You're not going to sit back and farm and expect this to go well. Like, you have to try to fight them, but you kind of, I don't know, I think VG.J Storm's itemization and the way they're playing right now is maybe a bit too over-aggressive for what their lineup can truly perform at this stage. And VP, they're just happy to fight them. That's classic VP Gyro, man. They're like, you want to fight? Let's fight. They're going to keep doing it.
Sure. But the Orchid may cause a couple more problems. That just got finished over on Snaking. So for all the deaths he's had, he still managed to have enough money to get that. MSS looking for Ramses, hoped he was Shikuchiing around. And Ramses is already building BKB, so this
Nature's Prophet
this
coming in with
Orchid
Orchid.
will be good for now, but it won't be great later on. Wrath of Nature bounces through. The Tombstone's in a fantastic position, and it's double stun from MSS. There is the return stun, and they're trying to finish off the Tombstone. Ramses, he cannot time-lapse out.
All right, forget everything I just said. To be fair, though, this was a really super sick setup from VG.J Storm. So they get the high ground Tombstone, they get the Orchid reveal at the same time, which goes off in the Oracle, who was expecting to save Ramses in that situation, and the double stun from MSS. They just combined everything beautifully there. Shane needs to outplay them like this.
Found a rebuttal, though. He just exploded MSS.
And also, obviously important detail, no one was not there this time. And the call down has played a huge role in the previous fights and just spacing,
Dyer's bottom tower
slowing
is
out
being
the
chipped
VG.J
away.
Storm team and preventing them from advancing in the fight.
Yawar may want to TP over in just a second because Avalanche comes forward, snaking. Has he got someone to Orchid, the homing missile? Something he's, well, yeah, he does. He doesn't help him to live.
Nope. They did find a target. Good job on that. And that's going to be a BKB for no one in 50 gold. So BKB, Drum, extra Wraithband, and Aquila looking very strong in this game on the Gyrocopter. And Ramses Weaver is not looking too shabby either. He's already level 15. He got the XP talent. Love this talent on Weaver. See a lot of players take the Mana Break. In this tournament, it's more often than not been the XP, I believe. It helps propel you into this extreme mid-game timing. You're just so fast and so strong with the extra levels, and you quickly reach your 25 before other heroes on the map too, getting that move speed.
Not much
MSS
good's
just out of range of the
happening to
Dust, he's in
Radiant's
range of the
bottom tower.
Observer and Sentry. Things about jumping in, so Soul Burst down yet another ward.
Radiant's
Goodbye to the
bottom
Radiant
tower's
Sentry.
got problems.
It's the battle for the Invis to get in closer and fight. But they won't need it the whole way. You actually have a Blink Dagger now on Necro, so he's got jump in initiation. Maybe not so great when, well, no haste rune for him. He's able to get through the Bramble, however. 21 charges needs to be triggered if he wants to try and survive, but he does not want to try.
Wait, I didn't see what happened to the haste rune.
I think it got denied by...
They destroyed it? Okay.
I think by Roger. I think.
Oh, he might have destroyed it with Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
Is that what it did?
I think so. There was no animation that flew towards it.
Heads up play from him. Good kill once again. Necro is just not progressing in this game. Like this dagger, okay, you know, it helps a bit, but considering how many last hits he has, he's really low on net worth compared to the other heroes of the game.
Radiant's middle tower
He's
could use
tanking
some
way
help.
too many deaths here. He's 3 and 5 on your
Solo.
ward.
He took the Spark Wraith, snaking, actually walks into the edge of the Bramble. That's just a simple kill for no one. His 8th of this game.
They're playing so fast, VP. They have these aggressive wards and they just run at them. They're just running at them.
I thought it was VG.J Storm that, like, at the end of day 2, I remember in the back room all the talent was saying, like, VG.J Storm, they just play such a fast-paced game of Dota that no one can keep up. And Virtus Pro, like,
Hey, they're not playing slow this game either.
No, they're not.
VP is just like they can match their tempo, and when they match their tempo and get these fights, their lineup is just a bit favored right now in these. Now that no one is part of the plays again, we had that one great play bottom from VG.J Storm, but that was like exceptionally good. They got everything nailed down. They got the perfect fight, and no one wasn't there. And VP are just not letting it happen again. They learned their lesson.
Not much
Yeah, they're
good's
waiting.
happening to Radiant's bottom
Observer and
tower.
Sentry being planted
Dire
down by
structures are
Roger.
fortified.
He saw Nature's Prophet thinking about coming down, but snaking will bounce to the top lane instead.
Radiant's
That bottom tier 2 tower is
under
toast.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower
And
is
MSS,
no
he found his
more.
fun target. Partial will blink over it. Don't know if the Sentry would actually give him a little bit of vision or he just wanted to get closer towards that Invis rune faster. But he did see MSS in the river. And they're on the hunt.
Plenty of dust on VP. They have 4 of them.
It's even better when Weaver gets this. Bugs onto Undying. SVG just has no way to survive. Quick Sentry ward revealing. Makes Assassin Spike Camera take a lot of damage, but when the side comes down, Oracle goes with it. A fantastic terrorize from Roger, forcing back VG.J Storm once again, allowing no one to pop this BKB and get heavy damage with the flag cannon. But the rest of VG.J Storm, quick TP out will not be enough. Pasha comes in for the lift toss, and then it's MSS who's in a world of hurt. Spike Carapace, he does not pop it in time. Oh, actually, he does. He just returns the damage, but not the stun. Can't break free of it. And that's VG.J Storm getting wiped once more. And this opens up Roshan.
They got 1 kill, which was the Oracle. They got the position 5, and it cost them 5 heroes and a buyback.
Has been denied.
That's a terrible fight. And it's, again, it's the tempo, right? VP have the 2 BKBs, they get in, they get this jump, take a great fight. Their spell casting is on point. And VG.J Storm, the nature of their lineup is they kind of have to clump up a little bit, right? Like, you need the Undying to go in, you need the Necrophos to come in close to deal damage, you need the Nyx to come in close to have an impact. And when all of these heroes group up and come in, that's when Gyro is excelling, right? And no one is getting so much damage out in these fights, because if VG.J Storm play a distancing game, their heroes don't really work together. Only really Arc Warden wants to play this kind of split fight where he is at a distance, and they don't get to play like it. It's not going to work. If he isolates himself from his team, he's probably just going to die to Tiny or Dark Willow. So
And it's amazing how many times Pasha keeps finding them too. Like, it's not even, oh, I'm slightly away from my team and gone.
yeah, he's so farmed on Tiny.
So they're trying to make some space. That's where Snaking's just forcing in the bottom lane. Second, he sees, with this observable they actually have planted out of range, just out of range of the Dire Sentry. He knows how long he can hang around, and then TPs towards the top. But Shadow Blade is up, Snaking's attacking from the trees, so 1 hit, Avalanche toss, 1 hit again. Pasha, it is easy as eating pie.
9-0. Not bad.
Nice entry. So it's just like, well, I don't see anybody here. I'm going to throw down a sentry. What? Oh, hi, MSS.
Hey, look at the kill distribution, by the way. There's 14 kills on VG.J Storm. Half of them are on solo, 4 of them are on Roger, and their cores have died a grand total of 3 out of 14 times. That just means that the trades that VG.J Storm are getting, they're never getting the high-value kills. So you look across to the other side, 6 deaths on Necro, 8 deaths on Nature's Prophet, and 4 on Rezo's Arc Warden. They're way more spread with who they've killed. VP kind of just slaughtered the entire team the whole game. And that's what gives this kind of net worth differential. They're just getting way more valuable kills. And now they're going to get 4 bounty runes. They still have the Aegis to work with. I think VP are potentially looking toward ending this game soon. They can't necessarily do it against Arc Warden and the high ground Tombstone. It's always scary. But if they don't want to, well, they can just control the map.
Yeah. I'll delay the time, VG.J. That's all they can, yeah, all you can do for now. But where's VP attack next? Like, MSS is looking for so much. He saw the Sentry Ward timeout, so they know he's around here somewhere. And Solo's a little late switching the dust from his backpack. So MSS waits for a different target. BKB on Ramses means Orchid doesn't do enough. They'll need to launch the stun. So they're using Snaking as bait. So Sentry Wards are down. MSS will come through the back, and yeah, you're right. They really can't kill him. They can die to him. They can definitely do that. There's no vendetta. A quick dust trigger anyway, so MSS can see everything. But Oracle arrives. They'll both get double stunned. And Resolution's clone tries to find a little bit of a rebuttal. Turns on the blade mail and says, please attack into me, all you possibly want. Roger has died in the meantime. His clone doesn't do enough. MSS wants to find the kills. Is back up in mid lane. Kills everywhere across the map. There's no one up on top. They actually managed to die in 3 different points of the map.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower.
No one ran down Rezo. Oh, almost a kill on no one there with the Wrath of Nature, but he's going to get healed up nicely by Solo here with the Urn as well as double Purifying Flames. Okay, actually only single Purifying Flames, interestingly, but yep. No one's almost good to go into the high ground. This Arc Warden kill is the one they were looking for because this opens up the high ground for easy access.
And Snakey's not even coming back. His TP's on cooldown for 4 more seconds. There's no reason to fight anyway. They don't have what they need.
VP are crushing this game. They are playing really classic, confident VP style with these 3 active cores that are all online early and want to fight.
Look what they're doing to Radiant's
it
middle
was a bit of a surprising gyro pick that we weren't seeing coming, but no one's
Radiant's
delivering. One of his absolute best heroes, and this guy is good at a lot of heroes, but his gyro is something special.
The laning phase just, it was amazing too, just how well VP were able to get hold of all 3 of the lanes.
Yeah, remember, no one got solo killed in the beginning, so he's only died once after the lane. And he was even playing at a minor disadvantage in the beginning.
Snakey's just trying to create a little bit more space again, push back the waves. They don't find anybody else, like all of VP are back on the Dire side of the river. They may wait for the next Roshan. He may spawn up in almost 4 minutes. Okay, that's a little bit too far away. Just got the Aegis on Ramses.
Let's go, no one. Veil on Gyro.
Are they actually... Pasha's looking at top. There's a sentry ward. They're just using Snaking as bait. It is such bait. Ramses will move around the back, take out the Observer ward. And they don't find the target they're looking for. Unless Ramsey just doesn't care. If he dies in the next 30 seconds, then this makes sense. Actually, make that 13 seconds. He's away.
He's fine.
Like you're poking the beast.
Aegis reclaimed in 5 seconds, so. But they already got the mid-racks, and they got their key item. And I guess this is what the tip is. He's tipping for the Veil, and Jarry's like, what are you doing, no one?
Why is he? Oh, damn, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is actually a relatively good Veil game. Let's look at the heroes they're playing with, right? They have every hero in their lineup has magic damage. They have a Mjolnir on the Weaver, and both obviously the Dark Willow, one of the highest magic damage output supports. So it's something out of the ordinary. But they're also really far ahead and really confident, so no one's probably just, you know.
Parch is going to have all the physical damage they require anyway. Like, he's building a Daedalus right now. Solo will have the Spirit Vessel, so there's no regeneration for the Necro. And Blink Dagger for positioning. Roger does not even need this, but with Blink and Yules, it just takes him to a whole nother level. VG.J Stormer again, not home.
Not much good.
The push comes in from Virtus Pro. Ramses has the end of the double damage rune. That's why that tower's dying so quickly. Resolution has to bubble it up. And Virtus Pro retreat.
For now.
For about 5 seconds. Oh, 3 seconds. Jump back in again. There's good momentum up on the top, and I'm wondering just how hard Virtus Pro want to try and push this. They don't have the easiest lab just to go back and then return again. So depending on the confidence of snaking, he could try and force the issue here.
Oh, MSS was spotted by Pasha. He almost went for the kill.
Here's the TP coming back. So no one will return. They still don't have the Aegis the Immortal, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to go straight up high ground. You've already got the mid-racks. You're under no pressure. And of course, rune time. 3 of them go to Virtus Pro for the 30-minute mark. Prophet TP's in towards the mid. They found an opening. It's Oracle. 375 gold for Solo's life.
And that's just for MSS. They were 2 heroes getting the AoE gold. They're really far behind, so every kill like this actually gives them a decent bounty. Smoke. This is what you gotta do,
He's
right?
Call downing a shrine. It's like, all right. Yeah, you're right. This is what they have to do. It's a smoke maneuver. Vendetta's off cooldown in 5 seconds time. They don't have a lot of information to work with, and VP have everything. Like, there's observers and sentries everywhere for them.
No one definitely could die here.
Oh yeah, if they can get him, they got to get him before he gets his BKB off with the Reaper's side. They don't get the kill instantly, but the kill is a kill, and it's the Necro.
That's a big kill.
Almost 1,000 gold. That brings him very close to his BKB. And Resolution will leave 1 clone behind to keep the push going on the top. But Ramses is arriving on bottom. They have to come home again. Roger actually just blocked his own camp. Guess I don't need it. They've got a whole bunch of others on the map.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems. Radiant's bottom tower has
free tower.
fallen.
Yeah, double catapult. No one came back.
Yo, VG.J, you want to defend your base?
Radiant's bottom
Siege
barracks are under
creeps.
attack.
Snaking's up on top. Is anyone actually
They might think it's a bait. Like,
Is it like Virtus Pro? It's like, what the hell's going on? They have to be. Okay, no. Ramses will come in, attack into SVG. Tree toss is on the way. And the catapult. They just combo him so hard from range. Not bait.
okay.
Just space. Well played.
MSS chips in. That's good.
Trian's continuously pushing in that top lane, so Virtus Pro, the kill on the Undying isn't enough for them just to take high ground, but if they knew what we knew, they would have just gone at that.
Yeah, they didn't have the information. Even though they have good wards, there was still some uncertainty of what was going on, I think.
Roshan's a minute and a half away.
Gyro close to Lincoln's, building that to deal with the Reaper Scythe more than likely. Although, of course, he can't rely on blocking that one. It could block that, or maybe a Dagon, or perhaps a Flux, if that's good. Gives him that extra safety. So I think now VP will wait for this Lincoln's. They'll group up, go S4, control the Roche area.
God.
I say go S4 because I think one guy will still split push bottom and be able to connect with TP. We'll see if that is the case or if they just flat out group up as 5.
Well, it could be Pasha. Pasha's got so many different ways to escape and just push a lane out. Like, he's got BKB, he's got a Blink Dagger, he's got a Shadow Blade.
He is really, really, really tanky.
Yeah. He's only the 3rd highest net worth on the field.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, the other 2 still belong to Virtus Pro.
Yep.
There's a BKB now for Necro, so that's putting the money of the kill on no one to good use.
That's an item he probably needs right now, but feels like it might be a bit too late, but we'll see how it goes. So top tier 2 tower, VP are not committing too hard for this. They don't feel like they have enough information. They now see Undying on a ward in the bottom area, and that's the call to go straight away. That Undying and the Nature's Prophet showing bottom. Go straight for it, they grab the Shrine. And I would imagine they will wait for Roshan, then try to end the game, force the enemy team back.
Where is MSS off to?
They are kind of getting forced back themselves. I think he's looking for an option for his Nature's Prophet. They want to pick off the Oracle again if they can. And it might actually work out if Solo walks up now.
In 2, 1, he can go back into Vendetta. And
He saw him.
yeah, he sees Solo hanging around Roshan.
Now he sees his bodyguard.
Well, does he?
I think he saw him invising. I'm pretty sure he saw that.
All right, well, they know where Solo's sitting in the back of the Roche pit, and he's starting his TP. MSS needs to get the stun, but no. He TP's back to the tier 2 tower. Snaking at least has the Arcane Rune coming into this fight. As instantly triggers onto no one, gets the BKB off, and it's a great avalanche in the back lines. MSS did at least find Carapace on the back, but man, that new damage is so hard with the call out of Black Cannon. No one's done the work. Resolution, Roshan's coming out looking for a denial. He won't get one out of all this fight. It all belongs to Virtus Pro. Snaking's BKB will allow him to TP away to safety, but you know this game is on the ropes. Ramses is chasing down after MSS, had the sentry ward to see him, but he won't have much more. Roger blinks in, Euro Scepter into the Curse Crown with the avalanche toss, and they just nuke him.
They're gonna go straight for the GG. Fight back from Resolution. He has to try to hold the base for like 30 seconds with his 2 Arc Wardens. Can't use the double now, just waiting for it. He's actually gonna use it now. Walking it out. Gonna put down a field, I would imagine.
Yep.
It's gonna buy a little bit of time, but that one's gone.
Well, they're not even fighting it. It's like, we don't care. Your clone is just as effective as you are. At least Snaking was able to grab all 4 bounty runes while this was going on. So they got some cash, even if they did lose their racks. Small victory.
Very
small.
very tiny victory in that fight, yeah.
And Snaking has the momentum at bottom lane too. That's a other small thing. And Roshan's up.
The momentum bottom doesn't matter that much when they have big creeps. It's still going to push back eventually.
It won't matter too if Snaking dies. You'll have to almost BKB TP this out, but that won't happen. Pasha, hello, goodbye. BKB into the trees, Sprout and TP, Vision, Terrorize, that won't work. Snaking actually escapes on 160 HP.
Oh dear.
SVG smoked up. The sentry ward revealed Ramses today, just instantly spike Carapace, looking for the follow-up stun. They do break the Lincoln Sphere. Ramses protected by the false promise, so we can time us back out again, and no one turns on the BKB. The side, it's not enough to kill off the Oracle. It's Ramses, and it's Ramses. VG.J Storm in full retreat, and they are absolutely terrified. The stun is there from MSS to hold back Roger. Will it be enough when Solo's around the back? SVG just wants this. He's got a couple of one chances to give him to Cave back again. But who are they going to find? Solo in the trees. They find Snaking in the trees. Finally, Solo does go down, but doesn't stop Roger, no one and Ramses from teaming up to finish the job. Another great stun from MSS. Resolution has to hide inside the bubble, protected by the BKB. Gemma True Side off the deck. At least MSS can pick that up. No one will roll back in with Rocket Barrage. You can't pick it up if you're all dead. Arc Warden with the Blade Knives to try and chain them out. No one is hitting himself, but it does not matter. GG, well played. Kills galore. And 2-0 is the victory for Virtus Pro.